I found the missing link.
Sure.
All right, let's just go ahead and detain the parents.
David and Louise Turpin separated their children from the outside world and confined them to their home for decades. Several of the 13 Turpin children endured this for decades. Some of the youngsters were so isolated from the outside world that when they were ultimately rescued, they did not know what medicine or police were. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. When police officials entered the Turpin family's house, they discovered youngsters who were so starved that they were unable to discern that one of the victims was a 29-year-old woman. David and Louise got married when he was 23 and she was 16 years old. Both were born in West Virginia, and following their marriage, the family relocated several times. David was an engineer who worked at Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman, among others. David and Louise Turpin abused 12 of their 13 children over the course of several years, until one of their daughters fled. In January of 2018, a teenager contacted 911. The 17-year-old stated that she had escaped her parents' house in Paris, California, leaving behind 12 siblings. Police came in response to the report and discovered a surprising and horrifying fact.
Hi, what's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home.
Okay.
And I live in a family of 15.
Okay.
My two little sisters right now are chained up.
They're chained up?
Yes,
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed. Now, mother didn't chain them up just to be mean. Okay. They're chained up because they stole mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk. Okay.
How did do your parents know you left your house?
No, they don't.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills? Do you take pills?
Oh, I
For-
don't think I've ever taken a pill before.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. Our parents are abusing. They abuse us. But the reason I called and the reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done.
Uh-huh.
I'm terrified. But I called because my two little sisters, they're chained up right now.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures.
You have pictures of your sisters chained up?
Yes, but they're in here. Okay. I don't have proof of everything, but I have proof that my sisters are chained up. So see?
She is trying to make sure the officer believes her.
See, those are the places that make it known that. And see how dirty she is? We are so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't.
How did your sisters get like this?
Okay.
Your parents chained them up?
Yes, because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
Who took this picture?
I did. I took those pictures.
Okay. You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't.
This were the pictures of her sisters tied up by their parents. David and Louise Turpin had chained and restrained some of their children in a bedroom. It appears that every child is malnourished. David and Louise Turpin have shielded their children from the outside world and confined them to their homes for many years. Some have been incarcerated for decades. David and Louise Turpin mistreated 12 of their 13 children for years, the 13th being just 2 years old. The children of David and Louise Turpin grew up in a restrictive, persecutory, and abusive environment. They called their residence in Paris, California, a horror house. It is difficult to comprehend what the children have through to survive. The ages of the children ranged from 2 to 29 years. Therefore, the severity of bullying varied for each child. After the girl met up with the officer, officers reinforced and swooped the house 2 hours later, discovering all types of disgusting stuffs in the house. The officers never expected what they were about to find in this decent California home. They were in for the shock of their lives.
Doing a welfare check? Yeah.
If it was reported that a child may be in danger, officers do not need a warrant to enter a house. They knocked and did not get a response for the next 2 minutes.
You're obviously not okay.
Then all of a sudden, there was someone at the door.
Hi.
David and Louise Turpin appeared.
Good. We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house.
They were in shock to see the cops.
Yeah, why?
You guys have kids in the house?
Yes. Okay, what kind of call did you get?
How you doing, sir? I'm doing good. Okay.
We were just in bed. I mean, like...
Bit by bit, the horrific treatment they both have caused their kids would be exposed to the world. The cops went room by room to see unbelievable scenes that were unimaginable. David and Louise Turpin have shielded their children from the outside world and confined them to their homes for many years. Some have been incarcerated for decades. When police officers entered Turpin's home, they discovered that all of the children were very malnourished. However, they were unaware that one of the victims was Turpin's oldest child, a 29-year-old woman. They believed she was 17 years old when she was found because she appeared to be exceedingly thin, malnourished, and ill until her muscle growth ceased and she weighed only 82 pounds, 37 kilograms. In addition, filth and garbage flood their quarters.
Hi, kids. Hello.
It can be seen how dirty the house looks.
Okay, well, what's your name, sir?
David.
Where are you guys planning on moving to? Anything like that?
My job's moving.
You got a call?
Yeah, we got a call from, I'm not sure if it was the young girl that left or if it was a neighbor that saw her walking around the street. So we'll get to the bottom of it. As soon as we make sure everybody's okay, then we'll decide, we'll figure out if maybe she was one of your kids that wandered away. How many kids do you have?
13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Woo! You guys are busy.
Yeah.
The cops went around the rooms and they finally found two young girls that were earlier showed to the cops. They were chained, skinny, pale and very unhealthy.
Hi, girls. Can I see your wrist? Yeah.
Which one?
Okay. Hi, how old are you?
Another bedroom back here. You got another couple kiddos asleep there?
Yeah.
Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with two kiddos in the bed. Over here.
The officers walked into this newly discovered room. They found two kids who were chained to the bed. It was later confirmed that they have been like that for the past week. This is how they live day to day without food, water, or proper care. They had suffered in the hands of their own parents.
Okay. I found the missing link. All right, let's just go ahead and detain the parents.
Ma'am, why don't you step over here for a minute? Okay, with you. And sir, step over here for a second.
Go ahead and come on out this way. You want to just walk into my car?
Yeah.
Put her in a different car, please.
They were handcuffed and matched to the police car, but the officers could not find the keys to unlock the padlock to the two girls.
Now, let me ask you
Yes.
quickly. Are there keys to the little locks? They're
Yes.
okay. Where are they?
My son and daughter can get them.
Okay.
That's
so
in the house.
the ones that are in the house, they know where they are.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah, definitely.
Besides, it's in the drawer that I was in.
The officer finally found the keys, then proceeded to unlock the girls where they had been for a week. It was an emotional moment as the last chain were taken off of them after years and years of maltreatment. Jordan and her siblings had been planning their escape for 2 years. When the adolescent departed the household on Sunday, one of her 12 sisters, Jolinda, age 13, accompanied her. However, she was terrified and went home. She described the years of abuse she and her 12 siblings, ages 2 to 29, endured in a filthy Paris, California home. It was the phone call that ended the agony of Turpin's children. The family captured the interest of the entire nation as well as the media. According to Riverside County District Attorney Mike Hestron, Turpin binds their children as a form of punishment when they misbehave. Additionally, they are only permitted one bath each year. Jordan stated that she and her brothers would be shackled for a couple of months and released just to brush their teeth and use the bathroom. According to the adolescent, she and her siblings ate bean jam, frozen burritos, and chips for lunch and dinner every day. When their parents lure them with pies, they must undergo the opposite form of punishment. David and Louise Turpin were promptly arrested and charged with 12 counts of torture, 12 counts of wrongful detention, 7 counts of adult abuse, and 6 counts of child abuse.
I'm here to announce that this morning, the Riverside County District Attorney's Office filed criminal charges against David and Louise Turpin. You know that as the Paris child abuse case. What I would like to do today is first tell you what we've charged and the potential consequences of those charges, and then tell you a little bit about the why we charged the case and give you a snapshot of some of the evidence. Of course, I do want to tell you up front, and I'll probably mention it again, this is an ongoing investigation. We are at the beginning, not the end. We do have enough information to go forward and file charges, and that's what we'll be discussing today.
The couple first pled not guilty to all charges. David and Louise Turpin attempt to portray their family as a happy one on social media despite the fact that they confine their children and rarely allow them to leave the house. They uploaded pictures from Disneyland and Las Vegas, where David and Louise recited their wedding vows on Facebook. After a bit of back and forth, they finally pleaded guilty.
Your Honor, I thank God for all of my children. Each one of them is a blessing from God.
I am so proud of each and every one of my children. I miss all of my children, and I will be praying for them. I long for the opportunity to have contact with them again. Thank you.
I want to say to you, Your Honor, and the court, I'm sorry for everything I've done to hurt my children. I love my children so much. I'm blessed to be the mother of each one of them. I only want the best for them. Their happiness is very important to me. They're very smart and amazing individuals. I hope they get all the education they need to make their dreams come true. They deserve only the best in life. I don't want any of them to be sad or depressed because of all of this. I want them to know that Mom and Dad are going to be okay. I also want them to know I believe God has a special plan for each of them. I really look forward to the day I can see them, hug them, and tell them I'm sorry.
Both David and Louise Turpin were jailed in Riverside, California. David and Louise Turpin were subsequently sentenced to life in prison with parole eligibility after 25 years.